asking, like seeing friends and being like, oh my God, let's meet for happy hour. Yeah, I go to happy hour this place. Da, 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 da. Like every week, girl, I'm there every week. Come see me, come see me, come see me. Doing my makeup while we talk about the goals and direction that I'm going to be moving in the next month. So goal setting is something that I do just in a little different way. I do the 12-week year for my goal setting. So for 12 weeks, I focus solely on 3 goals. And basically giving my all within those 3 goals. And that keeps me focused on the goals, but also allows me to more chance of hitting those goals. And if I am paying close attention to them, I'm moving towards them on a weekly and daily basis. And it also gives it's giving a very strict time limit for the goals. So in that, it allows me to make sure that the goals are not forgotten. I think a lot of goals are set like maybe at the beginning of the new year, and you're saying, oh, I have a whole entire year to meet these goals, but you never actually work towards them. You never actually start doing them or moving towards them because you get lost in the time of the goal. So that is why, one of the reasons why I use the 12-week year. I also use a 12-week year because it's an easy form for me to track and to like really visually see not just what I'm doing towards the goal, but like why I'm not meeting the goal. My camera is so crooked. So in this portion of the video, while I do my makeup, because we're multitasking this morning, I need to give you an update on what my current 12-week year looks like. And it's pretty bad. It's pretty poor. If you've been following me for a little bit, my 12-week year honestly has been pretty poor for the last couple of times. And I think it's really because I've been taking for granted the what I know or what I think I know about the 12-week year and what I've been using to meet my goals, and also taking for granted the, oh, I met 1 goal out of the 3. I did good. No boo. I really want to get to the point where if I don't meet all 3 goals, like I've met 2 goals and they're strong, like they're strong results for the goals. And lately I've been like scrounging to meet the last goal. That's where I'm at right now. So I did do a bullet journal spread for my 12-week year this time. I thought like having it physically, a piece of paper that I can like hold in my hand and like write on and adjust, that would make it a little bit easier. Not necessarily. I think it's still about like having good systems and having good just having good systems for actually using the tracker. So my first goal was to save 2000 to save $200 a week for traveling, and to pay off my credit card, to pay at least $400 off my credit card. The next one is to launch a book traveling group or an event to share with the community, my reading community. And then the last is gaining 4,000 watch hours on my YouTube channel and hitting 2K on my TikTok. So, and this 12-week year was running from July 20th to October 11th is when it's supposed to run to. So currently I'm going into the month of September. So I'm literally in the second half of my 12-week year. And I'm in week 7 of my 12-week year. And the only goal that I've been making actual progress on is my money saving goal. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, and we're going to explain what we're going to do for these next 6 weeks in the second half of my 12-week year. Technically, at this point, I'm failing my 12-week year. I'm not doing well. However, I am going to put some stuff in place, and I'm still going to move forward as if I not can just achieve, but like excel at this. And then I plan on starting another 12-week year right at the end of this one. That's not true, actually. I'm going to postpone it until I'm going to postpone it until the end of the new year. But because I'm going to postpone my next 12-week year, I need to I need to get my systems together. And if you've been watching my videos for this past year, you will know that I've been talking about getting my systems together for the whole entire year. I don't know what it is with this year. I think it's really my mind space or my mindset, like how I'm feeling about certain things and like what things I want from my life that's hindering me from being very consistent. That's stopping me from moving forward at a good pace and like allowing certain other things to get in my way that aren't going to help me. We're changing. We are making a very good change. I've gotten myself into a, I don't want to say a bind, but like I guess a bind. I've gotten myself in a little bind where it's a constant push and pull of me wanting to go out and meet people and do things and not be in the house versus me wanting to be productive, make a second stream of income, work on my current goals. And it's really, I think it really just comes down to like going out is fun. Eating at restaurants is fun. Meeting new people out. It's fun. It's a great time. I love doing it. However, I didn't realize until this past month or so how much I was like relying on it and how much I was leaning into it, and for the wrong reasons. For just 100% the wrong reasons. I was trying to just like fill a void in like in my life, my heart, my soul, I guess. Like those are the best terms I can use. Because I was literally going out by myself, which I love. I love like going out by myself, doing like a solo date, really just taking the time to like sit at the bar and read a book and eat good food and drink good drinks. And I was like, I got to the point where I was doing that weekly, maybe maybe even multiple times a week. I was doing that, which is not good for my finances. And really my finances is what's driving a lot of my goals. And let me explain, because no, like life isn't about like being rich, right? However, you can't live life peacefully and comfortably if you have a constant stress on you. And for me, the stress was finances. So, and I always wanted to be a person to not just be able to like increase my finances, but when I did increase my finances, I didn't want it to be that I became, there's a term for it, but basically when your finances increase and then you increase your bills because you think you can afford more. But really it should be the reverse, right? Like really your savings should increase because that's how you can live life more. So I've been very conscious of that in the last, I would say in the last 5 and 6 years, very conscious of it, especially since like my children are like in sports and they're older and it takes a lot more to pay for them to live, as well as me living, right? And not just in the sense of like giving them everything, but still like giving them enough to make them comfortable, to give them a comfortable life. And then so they don't have to feel that stress and they can just live life and they can decide what they want to do with their life and stuff like that. So, anyway, I digress. Coming back full circle to not being stressed with my finances, right? So I got to the point where I was outside. And I was outside way too much for the month of like July and the beginning of August, way too much, to the point where it really put me back on my savings, and not just like my goal for my 12-week year, but like my overall savings. Bad, not good. Not like bad where I can't get out, but just bad where I'm in a place where I don't want to be. I'm in a place where I don't want to be. So I need to buckle down. So for the last 2 weeks, I think it was the last 2 weeks. I think we're going into like the third week of me like, I'm not going out at all. I'm not going out at all. And it's crazy because I was literally like asking, like seeing friends and be like, oh my God, let's meet for happy hour. Yeah, I go to happy hour in this place. Da, 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 da. Like every week, girl, I'm there every week. Come see me, come see me, come see me. And it's crazy because since I decided not to be going out to happy hour every week, now it's like, okay, more people are asking me, oh, hey girl, you going out this week? No, boo, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm so sorry. I need to get my life together. So that's where I'm at. So talking about these goals, first talking about the financial goal, that's really mainly what I've been talking about. And honestly, the other two goals are to increase my financial status. So the second goal with having a book event, with launching a book event, like I wanted to eventually become like a stream of income for me. Just like the third goal is my YouTube. I wanted to eventually become a stream of income for me. I've been stuck on this creating a stream of income off of social media for years. And I see people around me meeting this goal. I did not put any powder. I need to put some powder here. I've been seeing people around me like having this desire and meeting this goal. And I'm like, what are they doing so differently than what I'm doing? It's something. It is something. And it's, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Like, what are they doing? So, and it's consistency. It's being consistent, not just in their YouTube space, but being consistent in what you say you're going to do. If I say that I'm going to save money this week, I need to save money this week. If I say I'm going to stay in and work on my YouTube channel, I need to stay in and work on my YouTube channel. If I'm going to say that I'm going to um, work on my book content, I'm going to work on my book content. If I'm going to read this week, I'm going to read this week. Like, I just have to be consistent and do what I say I'm going to do. And in so many, in a couple of big areas in my life, this has been like what has been giving me the change. So the biggest area, which I talk about all the time, is my fitness. I have really, I don't want to say cracked the code. I've cracked my code on what I need to be physically fit, to be constantly in the gym, to be growing, changing my body, meeting my physical goals. I have cracked my own code. I've cracked my mind with it, and I'm at such a good place with it. Thank God that it has been something that has been a priority for me, and I've been consistent with that. So it's possible, right? I have consistency traits, abilities. I can do this. um, and so, and in another way was when I first redid my budget and I first created a emergency fund and I first started paying off bills. That was another thing. I can do this. I can do this. It was less than a year, I think, I created a emergency fund and I paid off a credit card. I can do this. And now I'm on the other side of it where it's like, okay, I can do this, and I'm too lax. I'm way too lax. So we are buckling down. We are buckling down. I'm not playing games. I'm not going to let my goals pass me by anymore. I'm not going to let my desires pass me by anymore. I'm going to work hard at them, and I'm going to stop letting the little things in between get in my way. So all that to say, I say all that to say that I've made no progress on my 12-week year. I have nothing to update you on because I've made zero progress. But we are changing things moving forward. So, like I said, one of the main things is consistency. So if you've been watching my channel for the last couple of weeks, I've been doing this called the Consistency Diaries. Sorry, that's not the Consistency Chronicles on my channel. And each week I'm going to post a video talking about my consistency and what I'm doing to make to be more consistent, to reach my goals, to help me in this consistency journey. What am I doing? What am I working on? How am I changing things? How are these things happening? And it's going to be kind of coupled with a 12-week year update because, like I said, well, I don't know if you know, but the 12-week year it's just it for me. Like, I love doing the 12-week year. It makes so much sense for me. It's easy for me to navigate. It's easy for me to understand. It's easy for me to put in place. Apparently, it's not easy for me to do, but we're changing that. But we're changing that. This is the goal. We're changing it. So the Consistency Chronicles is one really big thing. The other big thing is really transitioning my channel into a book content channel. I guess it's going to be book/lifestyle. Pretty much in every video, I'm going to talk about books. I'm going to talk about books and reading at some point in some way to really transition my channel into what I want it to be. I love reading and I've always loved reading. Been a huge reader. And when I got on YouTube, I did not know that there was this book space, this place on YouTube or even TikTok and Instagram where people talked about what they were reading and the books that they loved and the books that they were just hooked on. Because girl, boy, if I would have known, I'm in it. You hear me? In it like I'm in it now. I love this side of YouTube. I love this side of TikTok. I love this side of Instagram. Literally, it is something that I genuinely enjoy. I'm in it. I am focused. I think I've found what can be my niche in the way of something that is going to keep me consistent is books and reading because I love it. And I think also that I can bring a different take on it because saving money and being a minimalist and saving money is something that's very important to me, especially as a single parent. I do not have a fluid income to be able to go book shopping every week, to be buying a whole bunch of books and having them in my house, in my room. I don't have space for that. Also, that's not something I want to show my kids because I want my kids to be able to understand that, like, you don't need things to make you happy. I also want them to enjoy the library, enjoy borrowing books as well as not just having books. And then same thing with things. So it's not going to be that vibe. That's not the vibe. That's not the vibe. I'm not going to be book hauling every week. I'm not going to be collecting books. Let me rephrase. I will be collecting books because I've already collected books of series that I love. LOVE, love, capital LOVE, love. And I've been doing that for years and just reading and rereading, finding new series, finding new stories. Just, I love it here. I love it here. So book content is definitely something that is I think it's going to help me. I know it's going to help me be more consistent in my channel and really make my channel what I want it to be, a actual stream of income for me, and actually connect with my community. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to this point in this video, not just you're a real one, but just like, I appreciate you because you're listening to me yap about just trying to be a better person. And thank you, because that's all I'm trying to be. And if you need help being a better person, I'm here for you. Let's do it together. Meet me in the comments and we can talk about how we can encourage each other, because I really do need an accountability partner, somebody who I can like talk to weekly about like my goals and what I'm doing and like what's hindering me, what I can get better at, what I want to improve on, what I don't understand. I really need that. I'm gonna find it somewhere. I had one. I'm gonna find another one. I'm gonna find another one. So yeah, just thank you. Thank you guys. Like, so seriously, if you're interested in having a friend on the internet that you could be that could be accountable with you, and I could be accountable with you and you could be accountable with me, I'm here. I'm raising my hand. I'm reaching out. Please. Just, I'm praying for you to be sent to me. I'm just looking, okay? done a reflection, so I've reflected on the month. And we've talked about our goals. Things are a little bit different. I usually do like a whole planning video of what I've been doing, but I've been pretty far behind since we've talked about the things that I've been not doing. But we are moving forward. We're getting better. And last month I literally didn't even do my reset until the middle of the month. So at least we're back on track. We're not too far behind as far as like a month and some change. Like we're resetting now for August, even though it was, you know, it was a struggle month. It was a struggle month. So I'll pop up on the screen. I think I need to scoot over a little bit. I'll pop up on the screen my reset for the month of August. So I have this Notion template. I talk about this every time I do a reset of what where I put my reflection. My whole reset's in here. My whole routine that I do is in here. But for this portion, we're just going to go through my reflection. So overall, as you can see, I did this on the 31st of August, and I rated the month 3 stars. My month wasn't terrible. I've had worse months this year, but it wasn't great. I did not focus on the things I needed to focus on. So that's why I gave this month a 3-star. And as I scroll down, this is this year, but I also have previous years. I am proud of myself because I've been doing my reflection portion for at least 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th year where I've done a monthly reflection for each month. So that definitely makes me feel like I'm moving in the right direction. I've made a lot of strides in my life of things that I want to change as far as like just little goals. But now we're thinking bigger. We're moving forward with more intention and being just gung-ho, no plan B. We're taking off the training wheels. We are just going to go all full out because that's the type of moves that I want in my life. So I have to act accordingly. I have to be intentional. So anyway, I digress. I'm just going to go and look at 2024, see how I felt about the month of August. I like to do this just after I've done my actual reflection so it doesn't impact how I actually feel. So scrolling back down in 2024, the month felt like a new beginning. Let's see, memorable moments. Okay, yeah, we went on a family vacation. And yes, I started my new position at work. Yes, which is the current position I'm in now, which is great. Let's see. Planning ahead makes everything go smooth. Yes, it does. It's definitely true. And then what I want to improve on, being consistent and reviewing my notes. Literally, my what I want to improve on is the same almost every single month. Anyway, moving on to this year. So the word I used to describe this month was slow. Slow in the sense of I was moving slow in everything that I was doing. I wasn't focusing. I wasn't buckling down. I wasn't really focusing on my goals. So it just made everything slow down and not move at all. So very molasses-like type of month, but that was my fault. We're going to get better. We're going to improve. Memorable moments. Going to California. At the beginning of this month, I went to California on a work trip, but I had never been to the West Coast, so that was exciting for me. I never touched the Pacific Ocean, and that was exciting for me. And I've also never been on like a work trip to that scale, so that was pretty cool. It was like almost a week, I think 5 days, and it was a good time. It was a good time. I enjoyed the going to some place different, the traveling, but I also enjoyed the work aspect of it. I really enjoy my job and what I do, and I think it's so fun. I think I'm in such a good spot for myself. Like God like really put me in the right position, and that's what I love about my job, that I feel like I belong there. I feel like I can really make a difference. I feel like I can really make a change, but then I feel like I can do my job because I've been gifted with the ability to do my job. So that's why I love my job. And let's see what I learned. Being available also helps with the growth. So this was kind of like with the trip, just being able to say, okay, yes, I'm going to go, just really helps me grow in a lot of ways. It helps me grow in my career, help me grow in my mindset, in my traveling, in my day-to-day. Like it just helps me overall. Like I think sometimes we take for granted like our day-to-day life and like little things in our lives teaching us something. And I learned a lot like from that trip, just overall life. One of the major things that I learned was with my packing. I consider myself a pretty minimalistic packer. I don't want to check a carry-on. If I'm 7 days is my max, but I do not want to check a carry-on. And I went on this trip and I didn't check a bag. I did carry on only, but my backpack was so full. And so something I learned was just like, I really didn't need all those things in my bag. I just felt like I needed them, and I was only gone for 4 days, and I could have left like the majority of things in my actual book bag. And that's something that I learned from that trip. And that's something so tiny, but like literally I'm about to go on another trip in another like 40 days, which is an actual vacation. But I want to take that with me. I want to take that thought with me, that mindset, what I learned with me, because that is important to me to be able to grow in that way. And then also that will make my trip more comfortable, right? So little things that you learn from day to day, I think are important to remember and to like use to move forward. So also I learned was to ask for what I want from God and from others. Closed mouths can't get fed. So I have been doing this more recently in my prayer life. And I think I've talked about it on this channel where I wasn't really praying for what I wanted. I was just like trying to be the perfect Christian prayer. Like, thank you, Lord, forgive me of my sins. I hope I have a good day, you know? And if I want an actual relationship with God, I need to talk to God, like not just like I love him, but like I rely on him, like I need him, like I trust him. So I need to ask him for things, and like not just for things like Lord give me another raise, but or Lord give me a better position, but like things like Lord send me godly friends, send me somebody who will help me continue to walk this Christian life, send me a relationship that will help me grow, send me a opportunity that will help me grow, like literally like that. So asking for things doesn't have to be, and this is how I was thinking of it, asking for things from God was me just being needy and like just wanting more and not being content. But that's not really what it is, because it can be asking in a way to be more to exercise your content, to be asking in a way to grow your relationship with God. Like it can be asking in different ways. So that was that, asking for more of what I want. And then with others, like even something as simple as if I am growing a relationship with someone, asking them for what I want. And if they can't give me what I want, that's fine. But at least I asked, at least I expressed what I needed from them, because they're not mind readers, right? Like they don't know exactly. They're also learning me. So I have to be vocal. I have to ask. I have to really speak up for what I want. Closed mouths do not get fed. Like you literally can't eat if you keep your mouth shut. So you got to ask. You have to speak up. So, and this is like also, I'm like so passionate about this right now because it's something that I'm trying to teach my children. I'm like, from me, in the sense of their mom, like I need you to ask me for things because I don't know what you want or what you like or what you need if you don't speak up. So anyway, that was a tangent. That was a tangent. And what I want to improve on, of course, consistent in all the things in my life. I didn't mean to write it like that. It just happened to be. And then a standard system for day to day. So I think I'm going to make this a goal for like the month, like if I create a system for my day to day to be more consistent and to be more consistent, if I create it for a day to day type thing, I can carry it on and it will help me in the long term. And we're going to talk about it a little bit, but I'm finished with my reflection. But being consistent, that's my whole thing, right? Consistency chronicles. Like I need to be consistent to make a change, to meet my goals, to be better, to make a connection. Like I need to be consistent there, right? So, but then also a standard system. So the main reason I want a system is because I find stuff out slipping through the cracks. Like for example, my daily planning, like just opening my planner, right? But it's because I don't remember that I have to open my planner every single day, and or like remember that it's a good idea to at least open it, to at least write down some things, to at least get some thoughts out of my head. And then it just slips through the cracks. And then it's like 3 and 4 days and it's like, oh crap, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this. So creating a system for that to be a day-to-day thing. So something I use at work is I write a to-do list. I use this at home too, but I don't use it at home as consistently. And I don't use it at work very consistently. So I want it to be a day-to-day thing, in and out every day. I'm writing a list for home, I'm writing a list for work. I'm checking my list for home, I'm checking my list for work. I'm checking off the things that I'm doing. I'm moving the things, the next things for the next day. I need this in my life. And I've said this so many times. I've talked about this, so many resets. And I just have to make it. I just have to do it. I just have to make a change. Please help me. I know I talked about earlier with having an accountability partner, but I would love one. I would love it to be one of you, one of my subscribers, somebody, it doesn't even matter, like we're online and we're just talking about our things that we need to do. I need that. I am in desperate need of having that in my life. So I'm searching, I'm looking, I'm hoping and praying for someone to be able to help me with this. And it's really just like a check-in, just check in on me and be like, hey girl, like, did you do what you said you was gonna do? Did you, or did you not do it? Like, what's going on? You know, like that's all I need. So that's it, that's where we're at. One of the major things that I usually do in my monthly reset that I did not do in this one is to do my actual planner. I am still going to do my planner. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it today, if not tomorrow morning, which will be actually the first day of September. But I know it needs to be done, but I have so many things that I need to get out my brain, really, really decompress. Also, this week is a little bit different for me. I'm actually going into work later today. My schedule is a little bit different, but I'm doing this for a couple of things. I'm doing it for work for sure. Like I need to have something at work that I need to get done, and I think this is like a really good way to do it. But also in my life, I still need to be able to function in life, and I need to create this day-to-day system. So I'm just using my time a little bit differently, being able to meet my goals. So I can figure out how to still go to the gym every day, and even though I'm working in the afternoon, you know, stuff like that. Just little nuances of my day are about to change. Also, school starts for my daughter this week, so at least it's only 1 week where my schedule is different, but it's just going to be a little bit different. But I'm very glad that I am being consistent with things like this. So this video is going to go up this week. It's going to be my second video of the week, so I'm consistent in that, consistent in moving towards my goals. I just need to just nuance some things, pull some things, put some things, change some things, do some things, lots of things. So I'm literally about to write a little list. But before I do that, I do want to talk about books really quickly. Of course I do, because I love reading and I love books. So I want to talk about my favorite book for the month. Wait, well first, maybe I should talk about my reading wrap up first, and then we'll talk about my favorite book. So I do use Storygraph for my reading. So this month I finished Oathbound. I gave that 4 stars. I really enjoyed the book. It was good. I'm going to continue. I don't think I liked the ending. And I didn't like, it was definitely a filler book. I think it's 5 books in the series. This is the 3rd book. So this is the middle book. The middle book always gets middle book syndrome or second book syndrome. Like it always does. Quicksilver was my 5-star for the month. This is my favorite. I'm going to come back to it. I also read Indigo, also a 5-star, was by Beverly Jenkins. Loved this book down. It was a Black romance. It was actually my July book club read, was Indigo. And then I also read Throne of Glass this month. Those were the 4 books I read. So 4 books have been my average lately, and I'm really feeling comfortable with that. I'm really feeling comfortable with that average because it's allowing me to read books physically as well as listen to audiobooks without like cramming too many books in and not feeling overwhelmed with like, oh, I'm trying to read more, trying to read more, trying to read more. So I feel good about that. Coming back to Quicksilver being my favorite book of the month. So this deluxe edition actually came out this month. I think it's because it was traditionally published, or it got traditionally published this month. But look at this. Look at this beauty. Be careful of the deals you make to your child. The devil is in the details. That's on the back of the book. It's got silver edges. It does have some fan art in it. This is supposed to be Sarah's Fane. And then this is Kingfisher, Kingfisher, Kingfisher. My guy, Kingfisher. And then I think it just has a little snowflake. Yeah, it has a snowflake on the front of it. So super cute. And it has a snowflake on the front of it. And it's dripping Quicksilver. I love it. I am definitely going to reread this book. I need to reread it before the end of the year because the second book comes out, Brimstone. It comes out in November. I think it comes out literally the day before my birthday. I think it comes out the day before my birthday. I love this book. I loved everything about it. Except I wasn't a fan of the main female main character at first. She became, I became a fan of her towards the end of the book, which is fine. But Kingfisher, love him. Carrion Swift, love him. The other two guys in the family group, which would have been her found family. Dang, I don't even remember their names, to be honest. Oh, Lorith was one, and then I can't remember the other guy's name, but I think it was like Gareth or something. I think it was a G name. I don't know. Anyway, I love this book down. I want to read it again. It's giving me, I think, the biggest book hangover because I'm having a hard time getting into other books because I just keep thinking coming back to Kingfisher. But I did pick my books for September with my TBR jar, and one of my favorite books is in there, Twilight. So one of my favorite stories of all time, like literally only second to Harry Potter and probably Throne of Glass. I mean, not Throne of Glass. Avatar. Yeah, that's in there. So that might get me out of the hangover. I don't know. We'll see. I probably should read that one first. I've already started Lights Out, which is a library book that I got. This book is crazy. My friend from work told me to read it, and I'm just like, girl, like, what are we doing? What is happening? I don't know if I like it because I don't like, this is my first dark romance. I think I'm going to do a vlog on it. My first dark romance read because I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like being in the head of crazy people. Because my thing is, these like people out here exist like this. And I'm not trying to get snatched on the street. I'm really not. I'm not. It's not for me. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I don't know. If you read this book, Lights Out, then you know what it is. You know the vibes. And I'm just like, are we for real? Are we serious? This is what we're into? I don't know if I'm into it. So anyway, what else? I have 4 books on my TBR. One is Twilight. That's the reread. And one is Emergence and Ascendance. That is by Casey Mills. That's my Kindle read. One is The Princess Bride. That was just literally the book I picked out of my TBR jar. And then the last one is, Plus Size Player by Daniel Allen. And that is an interconnected standalone, continuing interconnected standalone. So, yeah, I love my TBR, honestly. I'm really excited about all these books. I just need to actually get to reading them. I probably need to just put Lights Out to the side because I already know the vibes, and I'm just like, I think I need to be in the right headspace. Or maybe I'll never get to the right headspace. I just don't know if it's for me, guys. I just don't know. But I am excited to read in general. I just think Quicksilver just gave me a serious book hangover because I just loved that book down. So, but the good thing is, since the next book comes out, I'll be able to be back into that world very soon, and that I think gives me a little bit of motivation to like read other books in the meantime. So that's it for this video, guys. Oh my god, tell me what you're reading, tell me what you're doing for the month, how you're resetting. If you need help, once again, with being consistent, I need help. Let's help each other. So let's do that. And yeah, I hope you have a good month of September. This is like the last day of August for me that I'm filming the video, and it feels very good. I feel good about the next month, the next few months, honestly. The end of the year is my favorite time of the year. The Burr months, I love the Burr months. I love them. I love fall. And September is the beginning of all the things I love. I literally had some apple cider yesterday, and I just first drink, I was just like, It tastes like fall and I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please come back and watch more videos from me. Subscribe to my channel so you can get more from me, more consistency, more books, and all the things in between. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.